This is Bob's Essential Guide for Easy Weight Control, and this is about leptin and leptin resistance. Now, leptin is the fat hormone, they call it, and it was discovered back in the 1990s. Leptin basically tells your brain when you're full and you are no longer eating, and then you feel energy and you're in the energy burning, fat burning mode. You exercise, you diet, you do everything, but you can't seem to lose the weight. That's because your body's in this low energy fat storage mode, right? Leptin tells your brain to switch into the high speed fat burning mode, and so you can burn a whole lot more calories a whole lot faster. You feel happier, you're more productive, you can get up early in the morning, you can burn calories real fast and easy, you can lose weight, you can get healthy. So a lot of people think, hey, just give me more leptin and, kick me into that fat burning mode and I'll lose weight and I'll be happy and I'll be thin, right? Well, it doesn't work because leptin resistance. See, they tried this out on rats back in the 1990s when they discovered leptin in the first place. They injected it into rats and the rats all lost weight. When they injected it into people, not only did the people not lose weight, but sometimes they gained weight, and that's because of leptin resistance. See, and you might have more than enough leptin in your body. Now you might think, you might even go to the store and try to buy leptin in a supplement, and you might want to try to shoot up on leptin, thinking, hey, if I shoot up on leptin just like I shoot up on insulin, I'm going to end up losing a lot of weight, right? You can't get it in the supplements. It doesn't digest. It digests in your stomach, right? So you can't take a supplement pill that way. It have to be injected, and even then, it's hard to get, and only researchers can seem to get leptin. But you really can't get a supplement on leptin. You have to control leptin, your leptin resistance, through your diet. First, let's talk about the thyroid. A lot of people who are overweight are on thyroid medication, and my mother was on thyroid medication, but she still couldn't lose weight. She still couldn't do that, and she was not eating a lot of calories every day either on top of that. See, she was in that fat storage kind of mode, right? And leptin kicks you into that fat burning kind of mode. See, so essentially you want a high metabolism rate so you can burn calories. A lot of people think, well, the way to do it is thyroid, and there's supplements out there for thyroid stuff to help your thyroid. I don't know. I'm not sure, concerned about that. One way of getting around that is exercise, right? Exercise is one of these things that you can do that's going to kick yourself into the fat burning mode. So exercise is part of it. Okay, now here, this is the hypothalamus. This is the big daddy. This is the guy in charge. This is the thyroid down here, controlled by the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus does all this stuff, right? And oxytocin, vasopressin, whatever, growth hormone, dopamine, all that kind of stuff has to do with exercise. See? Thyroid also has to do with adrenaline, the adrenal glands. The thyroxine goes down and goes to the adrenal glands, give off adrenaline. So hypothalamus is the big one that you should think about, right? And the hypothalamus controls the thyroid. So anyway, you eat a ham sandwich, your stomach breaks down the ham sandwich, right? First of all, there's this other hormone, ghrelin, G-H-R-E-L-I-N, ghrelin. Ghrelin gets you hungry, makes your stomach growl, gets you started eating, and then ghrelin kicks back, and leptin is supposed to kick in. See? Well, anyway, the ghrelin, right? Kicks in, gets you hungry, you start eating. Your stomach is breaking down the sandwich into the fat, proteins, carbs, that sort of thing. Then you have to get it absorbed, right? So it goes to the small intestine, it gets absorbed into the bloodstream, goes around the bloodstream. Your fat cells open up and they start eating the little fat in your bloodstream, and when your fat cells are full, they give off leptin, right? So it's circulating around in your bloodstream from your fat cells down here, right? And it goes up to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus sees a high level of leptin and says, we're done eating. That's what switches on that switch and gets you into fat burning mode. So the hypothalamus does that, and you're now burning calories. Now you're going out, you're running, you're jogging, you're exercising, skateboarding, doing stupid things on hoverboards or skateboards or whatever. That's when you're burning fat. You want to be in that state, right? You want to kick that over, that switch, and get into that fat burning mode, okay? And then it will send signals down to the thyroid and to the pituitary, the pineal gland. That's melatonin. But it will give off all these other hormones that get you started, get you burning fat. It's the energy burning mode, see? So that's what leptin does. Now, leptin resistance is when you have a high level of leptin already in your bloodstream, but this hypothalamus doesn't get the message and doesn't kick in, right? Because your leptin levels is kind of like a thermostat. It gets set at a certain level, and that fat thermostat here, that's what you want to control. You want to bring that down, see? So here's a chart, and hopefully that'll become a lot easier. This is a normal leptin line. This is what normal people have, right? This is your fat burning area, and this is your fat storage area. See, when don't have enough leptin, you're hungry and you want to eat, and your thyroid is going to be inactive, and you're not going to be burning fat. In one of my other videos, I talked about how my calorie burning rate was lower than normal, and that's down here, right? That's when your leptin level is below that normal leptin limit line. See, so we start off here. A normal person, hungry, starts to eat. Leptin, it takes a while to get in your bloodstream, so that's one of the things is eat slow. Eat very slowly, right? Maybe you want to eat your fat first in your meal, because then the fat gets into your bloodstream. It takes a while for your fat to get into bloodstream. It's slow acting. It takes a while to build up in your bloodstream, right? And then your fat cells take a while to consume the fat. And then it takes a while to get the leptin into your brain. Well, anyway, you eat, your leptin level goes up and gets over that normal line. So you stop eating right here because you're done eating here, right? But leptin level keeps going up because there's still fat in your bloodstream. So you're done eating, right? And you're getting more energy and you're feeling happier, right? And the leptin keeps going up to about here, right? And so you stopped eating here. It still goes in your bloodstream. So eat slow, and you can keep that level down, right? Now after you get done eating, you go working 5 hours, right? Go down here. 5 hours later, you're hungry again, right? Breakfast, now it's going to be lunch or something, right? And so you're eating, and it goes up again. See? So you keep eating here, or you start to eat here, and you finish eating here, and it goes up to here, right? And now it goes down, and that's the way a normal person does it, right? Now, you're not normal. If you're watching this video and you want to control your weight, you're not normal, okay? Because maybe you went to grandma's house, or you have a big stomach, right? I have a big stomach, or you have a lot of fat cells, see? And your leptin level gets higher, okay? So instead of being down here, your leptin level is more up here, see? And like you stretch out your stomach or you have a lot of fat cells. More fat cells give you off more leptin, right? If you have a larger stomach, you eat more to fill up your stomach. That's that ghrelin kind of thing that kicks in, right? That tells you when you're full. Well, anyway, my stomach has a lot of calories in it, you know, built up. So you end up here. You end up here. See, of the higher level here. This is the abnormally higher level here, right? And so you eat, you're done eating, right? You go up here, right? And then you're up here now, right? And this is why you can't seem to lose weight, because you're not burning the fat that you can down here, and you have to go up higher in order to get the leptin. So in order to get that hypothalamus gland to turn on to burn calories, you have to go all the way up here to do that. See, hypothalamus adapts to, you know, some people have more fat than others, some people have bigger stomachs than others. See, so the hypothalamus adapts to that. Anyway, let's say now what you do is you're tired of it, so you go on a crash diet and you go way down here, right? Well, what happens, maybe you go down even lower than normal starvation mode, your willpower automatically gets overridden, right? And you binge. And when you binge, you go way up here, right? Now, guess what happens to your leptin level? Instead of being here, it ends up being adjusted up here, see? So this is why you do not starve, and then you do not binge, see? Because that sets the leptin level higher, okay? So what do you do about it, right? Well, you've got to, when you're up here, right, you've got to eat slow so that you can keep the highs at not as high, right? And then when you come down, you want to go up only to here and then down, see? You want to keep it lower, and then eventually that leptin line will go down little by little, progressively lower, see? That's what you want. You want to adjust that leptin line down. That involves suffering. That involves being hungry, okay? That involves tightly controlling your calories, okay? And it's not hard. That's not easy. That's not easy. That's the hard part, see? You're not going to feel happy and whatever for a while. It's going to take a while to adjust that leptin level down. Well, exercise has a lot to do with this too, because exercise will kickstart, see, hypothalamus, dopamine. Okay, dopamine has a lot to do with exercise. Growth hormone, that's rebuilding your muscles, right? Oxytocin, right? That has a lot to do with exercise, right? All of this stuff has a lot to do with exercise. When you start exercising, right? Cardio kind of exercising, you energize this guy, see? And so that helps an awful lot, and you suppress your appetite, see? It's an easy way of getting into that fat burning area and not feeling bad, because endorphins are also given off to make you feel good, see? So that's one thing, is exercise, right? You want a balanced diet also. If, from what I've read, big deal is about whether or not you have some fats in your diet, a little bit of fat in your diet, carbs in your diet, right? How many carbs, whatever. You kick into the fat burning mode up here, but you don't have any energy because you don't have enough complex carbs in your diet, right? You don't have any carbs in your diet. It's hard to burn fat, see? Now, leptin and insulin is different. Insulin's more about sugars, carbs, right? Complex carbs, blood sugar, is like the other side of the equation. So leptin is on the fat side, and my diet ideas, my weight control tricks, I have to do with carbs, controlling carbs and keeping your fat low. But I do talk about eating the right kinds of fat, omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-6 might be related to leptin. Leptin might be connected to omega-6, see? So I'm going to be taking more omega-6 in my diet. So that's what you need to know about leptin.